so for the final part of Chapter 1, we're going to search around prosperity here. What's over here? Hey, guy.
What?
Gone, all gone. I'm ruined. Sorry to bother you with this, but have you seen a strange Savari around here? Sure, but she was gone long before all this happened. She was a creepy one, though. Rolled into town with a huge load of crates and bought a place to hole up in. I'm looking for a male. In that case, I haven't seen him. This other one, though, she kept to herself and we let her be. You should have seen her with those crazy red stalks around her head. Wait, really? You'd know more about her. Ask around if anyone's left to ask. Maybe someone in town actually tried to try talking to her. When there was still a town here, I mean. Thanks for the information. I perfected that dodge flip. Gigor. Hey, Gigor. Oh gods. Look what it did to him. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it sucks. That could have been me. What are those things? I'm trying to figure that out. You know a female Savari came here? I remember her. She came around asking about rumors herself. Said she heard something about the mine and some magical underground river or something. She was looking for it? I told her that if we hit an underground river, we'd abandon a mine. On account of how they tend to flood everything without notice and miners drown. That didn't discourage her. Did she find it, the underground river? No idea. All I know is that she was looking for something. She had excavation equipment in her crates. Maybe she found it and it carried her away. I don't know. Thanks. I think if you're... I got it already, but there's like lost badges, or is it lost coin? Yeah, it's badges. In Dry Top, one of them is in as well. And you can jump out a little. In and out. And I can't seem to do it right now. Of course not, because I'm an asshole. And I should have just not did this. Damn me. Dry Top is a day-night cycle. For the first 40 minutes of every hour, it's a normal desert place, and for the last 20 minutes, there's a sandstorm. You've got that look in your eye. What do you need? Information on Savari who lived here. I wouldn't say she lived here, just came and went, moved equipment through here. She'd go into her room and wouldn't come out for days, sometimes weeks. Do you know who she was? Some engineer with obsession all over her. As far as I know, she never said more than 3 words to anyone, and only then if she needed food or supplies. What was she doing here? No idea. There are others around who know more about her than I do. I kept my distance from her while she was around. Thanks.
Hey.
That came out of nowhere. I'm fine. I'm assessing the situation. What do you need? I just want directions, actually, to that mysterious Savari's room. Ha! You thinking of breaking in and looting her place? Not recommended. That one took personal security to a new level. Do you know who she was? She wasn't a friendly type despite those perky red pigtail flowers on her head. None of us figured she had anything worth the risk. We want to take a look. Where is it? It's right over there, remember? I warned you. Oh, right here. Let's enter the instance.
I'm glad to see you.
What are we waiting for? We're all sure it's Scarlet who was in here. Did you hear that char by the well? I heard. But we have to be careful. It could be trapped. You stand back, I'll break it down. No, Bram. Not so fast. What does Rock say? I'll ask her. I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too. This scary Savari was Scarlet. Exactly. But are we sure? Who else could it be? It all adds up. So what do you want to do about it? The door's got to be trapped. We proceed with caution. Oh, dude. Seriously, we don't have a key. I say bust it down. I'll have Scruffy do it if you don't. It's got to be one of her layers. So we're all in agreement. Stay in your golem. The door may be trapped. Not that I care.
Stay by me, Timey.
The crackle of magic creates a steady hum around the door. It's locked, and the threat is clear. Decide how to best approach it. That looks good. Yeah, just punch it. Bear with me, guys. There's gonna be a lot of reading.
Can you tell? Is it really Scarlet's room? What? Scruffy, come, stand guard. Come on, Bram, get in here.
Looks like the villagers were right. Scarlet was here.
The dust in here is thick, and these plants are all but dead. She definitely hasn't been here in a long time. Look, look, look! This is a historical find!
Careful now. You'll pop a gasket.
She hasn't been here in a very long time. This, oh, and that, great Clark!
Language.
Sorry, I didn't know you spoke Eton.
What is this
What do you say we
place?
break open some of these crates? One good whack with my mace and...
No, no, no! Be careful. You could destroy something extremely valuable.
We should probably report this find to somebody. Ellen Keel, perhaps?
No, no, are you crazy? You can't tell anybody. They'd come and take it all away. I need time.
What do you need time for? You don't need to be digging in this old junk.
It is not junk.
Scarlet's dead. Let's let sleeping dragons lie.
I found something interesting over here. Come and see.
Oh, I can't wait. Look at this book and tell me what you think. Okay.
At least now we know where she
The
got
Nature of Dragons
inspiration
by
for that
Ogden
weird
Stonehealer.
hairdo.
Read more. Or should I say, the dragons of nature? Yes, dragons have long been thought to be as much a part of Tyria as the sun, moon, land, and seas. Read more. No one, not even the dwarves, know how long they've been here. The Jotun and the Norn both have lingering stories passed down through the generations, but about the last rise of the dragons. Read more. Most scholars give these tales little credit, unfortunately, as so much time has passed. It was over 10,000 years ago that the dragons last returned to their slumber. Read more. Do I have to? The very existence of these tales, however, indicates that the dragons have awakened at least twice in history. Read more. Ancient documents found now in the Dermot Priory's collection reveal accounts passed down by other races such as the powerful seers and even the human gods themselves. Very interesting. Isn't this fascinating? We hear dragon stories all our lives, but they're usually fairy tales or stories intended to keep young children from misbehaving. I never thought of them as part of nature. They're ancient elder dragons after all. If this is any indication, Scarlet's research into the dragons started early. I wonder what it was that attracted her to studying them. Their power, perhaps? It seems to be a theme with her. Yes, you're probably right, but she wanted knowledge too. Answers to life's biggest questions. She seems to have recognized early on that the dragons were part of something more. Something universal, yes.
She must have been young when she was here. It looks like she was still a student.
I will have a more distinct conclusion later, but my preliminary assessment is that, yes, we're seeing remnants of her early years.
Look at this. How long ago would you say Scarlet was here? It looks like she was already studying ley lines.
Not surprising. She was well ahead of her peers. We Asura have been studying them for decades.
But you didn't know much about them.
They are elusive.
Is this what I think it is? It looks like ley lines. What do you think?
Looks like the villagers were
I
right.
want to talk to you.
Scarlet was here.
Look at the drawing and tell me what you think of it. Okay. This hand-drawn image is more symbolic than literal. It shows the world as a machine with various moving parts. The pale tree sits at its heart. Though crude, it's strangely beautiful, don't you agree? Do you think Scarlet made it? Maybe. It looks like it represents Tyria. Tyria, if you're a Solvari. The pale tree is at the center. Didn't I hear the Scarlet strangled the pale tree in some vision she had? She definitely had a love-hate relationship with the pale tree.
Do you think she was evil back then?
She was misunderstood.
She had to have always been evil. You don't suddenly turn evil overnight.
What about the branded? They did. They got corrupted.
Good point.
Hey, watch it with that tail. Oh, it's a steam minotaur!
Ow! Do you mind?
Inside voice, please, Tiny.
Timmy, you sound like a harpy.
Yeah, but did you see?
I see.
You're not even looking!
Do you see it? Do you see it? It's a steam minotaur. I see. A partially disassembled steam minotaur. The steam creature may have been her prototype. It has flaws. What do you mean, flaws? Oh, I couldn't possibly explain it in terms you would understand. You'll just have to trust me on it. If you say so.
No one's ever going to be able to decipher Scarlet's chicken scratches. What is all this Asuran googly mook anyway? These symbols and things make me nervous.
Those are alchemagical symbols. I'm not exactly sure what they mean either, but I'll figure it out. With time.
It looks like it was her diary. Take a look and tell me what you think. Okay. Dear Diary, writing longhand is for the birds. I've discovered a device of a certain origin that will allow me to record my journal from this point forward. Read on. Do not think that I am ungrateful to you, but I must continue to evolve at every moment. The future awaits us all, and I plan to be amazing when it comes. This will be my last entry as an ink-splattering student. Starting tomorrow, I am a researcher, an engineer, and a visionary. I confess to a mixture of fear and excitement. I believe I found one of these mythical ley lines, and if I could study it well, my understanding of Tyria's inner workings will increase by leaps and bounds. Who knows what the future will hold. I've never been very magic-minded, and both Omad and Scarlet were crazy. To think that you could see the whole of the world in one moment is ridiculous. Perhaps it's true, the mind is a powerful tool. Yeah, and some people don't use theirs enough. Wishful thinking won't get you to the trough.
I think it's time to go.
Okie
Got more important things to do.
You do maybe, but I don't. This is the biggest day of my life. Look at all the Scarlet paraphernalia.
I agree with Bram.
You would. Look, you guys can go, but I'm not leaving. I need to document all this. I can use this to write the thesis that will make me famous.
I don't know.
She'll be okay. She's in a village. She's got her golem.
I guess it'll be okay. We'll be back for you later, Squeak. If you run into any trouble, find a Zephyrite. They can be trusted.
I will. Now stop worrying and let me get to work.
Let's get out of here, Bram. Between the dust and the weirdness, I'm done.
You be careful, kid. We'll be back later.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah,
Tiny,
go.
stay out of trouble. We'll be back soon.
No, I don't want to read that again. Hang on a second. There's mention here of a miner who found the ley line hub that Scarlet was looking for. I wonder if she's still there. Maybe you can go see? She's an Nora named Tosca. What are you going to do? I'm staying here. Do you realize the historical significance of this find? Not to mention the salvage rights. I'll be writing papers, treatises, and dissertations on this until I'm 80. I don't get the thrill. Well, no, of course you wouldn't, being you. But for Nasura, this is the find of a lifetime. I was fated to be the one who discovered it. You were fated? Yes, I knew from the first moment I heard about her that Scarlet's fate and mine were intertwined. And now I shall be her biographer. I only wish I'd had a chance to speak with her. What do you think she was doing out here? My developing belief is that she found a ley line hub somewhere in this area. All the evidence points to it. I'm quite sure she was performing research at it and on it. I'm so excited. It's so exciting. I hope we find it.
Scruffy, I need my supplies.
Alright. Moving on. Heading back into the mine.
Spirits guide you.
You lost? No, I'm looking for a miner named Tosca. I have questions about her ley line hub. About the ley line hub. You found her. That's what the strange Savard female called the pocket of magical energy I tapped when I was digging out in the waste beyond town. You don't want to go anywhere near that. Maybe, but I'd still like to know the story. I was mining copper and broke through into an inner chamber in the rock. Suddenly a bright light blinded us all. We didn't go any deeper, too dangerous, but changed the direction of our digging. You told the Safari woman about this? Yes, and you should have seen her light up. It was as if I was Tix and Tox, delivering a special toy just for her. Tix and Tox, or Winter's Day. They're just like Santa Claus. Forget it. Anyway, where was the packet of magical energy? Out west of town, but the tunnel caved in just after I told the Safari what we'd found. I always suspected she'd collapsed it and dug her own way in. You should find her and ask about it. Can't, she's dead. Alright guys, that is it for chapter 1. We're gonna go on to chapter 2 with the next video. I'll read that for the next video. And that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.